Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Sauce. Toast has officially taken the wheel in baseball, and last night he led us on a heater, 9-1 plus 6.9 units. I'm focusing solely on football now. We're talking college football Thursday. This episode is Rutgers versus Temple. Let's do it. Welcome to The Sauce. The Sauce. The Sauce. Hey, get the sauce. Okay, like I said, we got Temple at Rutgers playing in front of a sold-out crowd in Jersey, which is pretty dope after last season. Tuesday morning at 1 a.m., the line is Rutgers minus 14.5, and all the bets and all the money are definitely on the Scarlet Knights. And as you can see here, there is no movement in this one all day Tuesday, all through today, which was Wednesday. Here we are on Wednesday night. Line is still 14.5. And the bets and money are still all over Rutgers. By the way, this money tracking can be found on the website, Kirms on the members page. All right, so let's cap this game. First step, you already know we're plugging the numbers into the sheet. Rutgers, Temple. Right now I have it set up to use last year's stats as a guide. So not gonna be a completely accurate representation here, but it's a start. And according to the numbers, Rutgers should be favored by 4 points in this one. A heavy lean on Temple here. Now, a lot of people are big on Rutgers this year. Greg Schiano's second year back as head coach. They definitely took a step forward last year, had a couple big road wins. Actually, if it wasn't for that home loss against Illinois, I would say they had a great season. So in my opinion, it's completely reasonable for the public to think Rutgers is going to take another step forward this year and have an even better season, and Temple at home in the first week of the season shouldn't be much of a problem. But I'm telling you, hear me out here, this Temple team is going to surprise some people this year. See, what people do, especially in week one college football, is they look at headlines, right? And what I mean by that is they'll take Temple's offense, right? They'll look at Temple's offense last year. Like, this offense sucked. Temple's offense struggled last year, and they lost their quarterback, or their leading passer, I should say. They tried a few different quarterbacks. So a quick half-assed analysis would be like, oh, Temple's offense was horrible last year. They lost their quarterback. They're going to be even worse this year. But they're completely overlooking the bright spot in Temple's offense last year. The best feature of this entire team is their offensive line. They were great last season. They only averaged 1.7 sacks allowed per game, which was the best in the AAC, which, by the way, side note, really good conference last year. Speaking of which, did you know that Temple actually had a tougher strength of schedule than Rutgers last year? I mean, I know a lot of people are like, oh, Rutgers is in the Big Ten. They definitely played a stronger schedule. No. According to analytics sites, the Temple Owls actually had a stronger schedule than the Scarlet Knights in the AAC last year. That conference was stacked. Cincinnati, Memphis, SMU, Houston. They had some good teams in that conference. So anyway, Temple's offensive line was real good last year. They're returning 4 out of 5 starters of an already really good unit, gonna get better. And at quarterback, yeah, they lost their leading passer from last year, who wasn't any good. They got DeJuan Mathis transferring from Georgia. He's 6'6", an absolute monster. Now on the defensive side of the ball, I will give it to you. Temple will probably struggle to make stops. They are returning 5 of their 6 leading tacklers from last season, but I mean, the defense wasn't good last year, so if you're returning 5 of the leading 6 of a bad defense, that doesn't mean it's going to all of a sudden be a good defense. Now, real quick, let's talk Rutgers. They're returning all 5 offensive linemen from last season, so your first reaction, okay, that's good. Is it though? Their offensive line was terrible last year. Noah Vedral is back to start at quarterback, but is that even a good thing? Scarlet Knight fans, do you even like Vedral? I mean, I don't think he's any good. I'm sure Bo Melton, and what's that back's name? Pedreco are going to make some plays on this offense, but I don't like their offensive line and I don't like their quarterback, even if they are returning. Now, I'll tell you straight up, I'm most likely going to fade Rutgers here and take the 14.5 points. I'm also most likely going to bet the over, which I believe is at 52.5, 53, somewhere in there. I need to check a few more things tomorrow morning. I need to see what the line and the money do tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, just to make sure there's no crazy shifts. But as of right now, I'm definitely leaning Temple plus 14.5 and the over. I'm not sure if either of those picks are going to make the ticket, though. So tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, make sure you go on the website and check the picks tab. When I upload the final sheet, that'll have my full bet slip for the night for all the games. If there's any last-minute crazy changes to the line, the money, injuries, anything like that, I will post it on my Twitter, Instagram story, and Facebook. So make sure you check those out. Yo, college football is back. Big Thursday night here. Let's have some fun. Let's make some money. Start the season off strong. I'll talk to you on Twitter.